Hi. Hi, Grace.
Hey, Kiel. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How do you feel? It's the last day of studio.
I'm a little tired, but it's surreal. I just finished my last chair stretch ever.
Amazing.
Hi,
Hey
partner.
guys, how's it going?
Uh, we think this is the craziest thing ever. How are you?
Good, same.
Ready to watch it? Hey, Alejandra.
Hey.
Hi guys, I'm so excited. Are you guys excited?
I'm so pumped.
I'm pretty excited. Wait, guys, we're live right now.
What?
Right now?
Yeah,
No.
like right now.
No way.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, well, since we're live, hi, I'm Kylie Kiel. I was the music direction intern for this program.
Hi, guys. I'm Grace. I was the dance intern.
Hi, I'm Alejandra. I was the directing intern.
And hi, my name is Parker Nolan, and I am the stage management intern.
Welcome to the Old Globe's Pam Farr Summer Shakespeare Studio. This production was put together over a 3-week period, virtually for the first time ever. Because of the virtual platform, the ensemble really had 2 weeks to rehearse before we started recording, and it was all completely done over Zoom. We had ensemble members in California, New York, and even Madrid, Spain. Recording was done in their own homes and at some moments even in cars.
And to make things even better, we cut the script down a bit to leave some room for experimentation during the process. So throughout the piece, you'll see aspects of the show that were devised and created completely by the students. From lyrics you'll hear in the music to their own choreography, and even bits of scene reflections that they created by themselves.
And on top of that, they got their casting in the 4th day, and so began rehearsals. The Arts Engagement Department, provided them with a care package, in which included green screens, as well as where they created their costumes. They were given paints, they were given stencils. So what you will see is all the things that were made with their creation. They also made their own little daggers, so they were able to kind of play around with that. But most importantly is they got the opportunity to explore with all the different characters within Romeo and Juliet, because we don't have one Romeo, we don't have one Juliet, we have multiple Romeos and Juliets. So the students will be playing different characters throughout the show.
Yeah, it was really an incredible and crazy process. And as you watch along with us, we'd love to see your reactions and responses to the performance down in the comments. We also have some marvelous donors participating in the show by donating to the Old Globe Arts Engagement Department each time they hear the word love. And we need your help keeping track of how many times you hear it. So if you catch the word, shout it out in the comments, or if you feel inclined to donate yourself, the more the merrier. And with that, let's get this thing going. We're really excited to watch it along with you all, and we hope you love the final product.
Two households, both alike in dignity.
Friar Verona, where we lawyer seen?
From ancient grudge break to new mutiny.
Where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
Two star-crossed lovers destined to be more.
Like us, burnt from embers of separation. Connections spark deep within the core.
Made surprisingly close despite isolation.
Generations still ignoring youthful voices.
To dictate and resist, not amplify.
From our perspective, seeing better choices.
Then the outdated structures we must defy.
Although you've heard this classic tale before,
with fresh eyes, we hope to give you more.
We'll show you our hearts and souls and messy rooms.
So welcome to our Summer Shakespeare Zoom.
I hate that youth are looked down upon and our opinions disregarded. I believe that we need to empower youth rather than dismissing whatever comes out of our mouths solely because of our age.
All people should feel represented in the media. When people relate to someone on screen, they believe that there are more opportunities for them, and they're allowed to dream.
I think it should be more acceptable to just sit in silence. Sometimes people need time to observe and reflect, and it's perfectly healthy.
I'd like to encourage the media and people around me not to put broad labels on people and to let someone be who they are. A person's identity can be contradictory, and those complexities should not only be normalized, but celebrated.
I want women and girls to realize they are powerful and beautiful on their own, and that their worth is not determined by their body or their clothes or some male in their life. I want women to lift each other up.
I'd honestly love to dismantle the ideology that women can't or shouldn't have body hair. Socially acceptable outward appearances should not be more important than a person being comfortable in their own skin.
I want to change the fact that people are objectified or dehumanized. There's so much more than any given person than just their body or their outside appearance.
I want us to stop jumping to judge people so that we can live in a world that is more productive, accepting, and creative.
I would like to change what is possible and what is impossible. I believe that everything is possible as long as you have the determination to make it happen. I think that it's unfair for others to judge what's possible in my life, and the core reason of people giving up on their dreams is the doubt of others.
I hope there will be less shame in the future in answering questions regarding identity with "I don't know, I'm still figuring it out," or having a 2-sentence answer to a question that others answer with a single word. I hope people will stop treating people differently based on assumptions they make off the way they look that originates from harmful stereotypes.
I would like to change how teenagers are seen by the world. They're often like the muted generations. They're seen as stupid, reckless, and impulsive. However, most of the times, we are the ones who try to change things and to fight for what is right when no one does.
I want to end sexism. No one's life should be questioned or undermined because of something as silly as gender.
I want to be unafraid of myself in public, because fearing judgment won't get me anywhere.
I want to change how the Black lives are getting treated right now. It's so disappointing.
I want to increase the life expectancy for LGBTQ plus teens and others who don't follow the societal standards, as their life expectancy is just about half of what people who do follow the norm have.
I want to change the idea that young people cannot be properly educated and informed on matters of politics or controversial topics. I believe that my generation is filled with the most epic change makers, and if people in positions of power could just see how badly we want to help change the world for the better, I believe there'd be more understanding and acceptance.
I will frown as I walk by and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say I?
No.
No. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better.
You lie.
Drop, you be men. Gregory, remember thy slashing blow.
Bark! Fools! Put up thy swords! You know not what you do!
What, art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword, or manage it to part these men with me.
What drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word as I hate hell. All Montagues in thee. Have at thee, coward.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace. Will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts! Throw your mistempered weapons to the ground. 3 civil brawls bred of an airy word by thee, old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. Once more on pain of death, all men depart.
The queen, the queen, the queen is on the scene. A magical royal fairy dream-making machine. Every night she spreads her majestic wings and gives people dreams about all kinds of things. Money, houses, lovers, fame. If you dream a good dream, then you know she came. She rides a royal carriage made of spiders' legs as her magic dream power overflows like a keg. When she rides over ladies' lips, they start to dream of tender kisses, marriage, and diamonds that shine and gleam. She flies over lawyers' knees, they start to dream of their upcoming case and all of their fees. She rides over soldiers' necks at night, they start to dream of upcoming wars and fights. And she drums in their ear, and awake they leap, but they say a quick prayer and go back to sleep. Now Queen Mab isn't all happiness and laughs. Sometimes she uses her powers to cut dreams in half. When she rides over someone whose breath smells sweet, she curses their mouths to make it smell like feet. She often gives nightmares every once in a while to remind people that life can be so hostile. So you see, if you have a good dream tonight, just know that Queen Mab had you in her sights.
This, by his voice, should be a mont to you. Fetch me my rapier, boy. What dares a slave come hither covered with an antic face to flare and scorn at our solemnity? Now, by the stock and honor of our kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that has come hither in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, the villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz, let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman, and to say truth, Verona brags of him, to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not for the wealth of all the town here in my house do him disparagement, therefore be patient, take no note of him. It is my will, the which if thou respect, show a fair presence, put off these frowns, and ill-beseeming semblances for a feast.
It fits when such a villain is a guest. I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. What? Goodman, boy, I say he shall. Am I the master here or you? Go to. You'll not endure him. God shall mend my soul. You'll make a mutiny amongst my guests.
Why, uncle, 'tis a shame.
Go to. Go to. You are a saucy boy, is it so indeed? This trick may chance to scathe you. I know what, you must contrary me. Well said, my hearts. You are a prince cox. Go. Be quiet, or more light. I'll make you quiet. What cheerly, my hearts.
Patience perforce with willful choler meeting makes my flesh tremble in their different greeting. I will withdraw, but this meeting shall now, seeming sweet, convert to bitter gall.
But soft, what light through yonder window
breaks.
Is the east, and Juliet is the sun.
Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief.
That thou her maid art far more fair than she.
Be not her maid, since she is envious.
Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it.
Cast it off.
It is my lady. Oh, it is my love.
Oh, that she knew she were.
She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that?
Her eye discourses. I will answer it.
I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks.
Who of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return?
What if her eyes were there, they in her head?
The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp.
Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night.
See how she leans her cheek upon her hand.
Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
I want to see myself from the future, to have the comfort of knowing that it'll all work out somehow and I'll be okay.
I want to see more young artists promoting their work. It's so inspiring to be part of such a creative generation.
I want to see my grandmother. I would be so happy to hear her voice one more time and feel her in my arms when I hug her.
I want to see tomorrow, a day that has not yet come, and all the possibilities it may bring.
I want to see my grandparents. Without seeing them for months, I just want to run up to them and hug them tight.
I would be thrilled to see my old grandparents' house in Argentina, because for me, that is the perfect paradise.
My second home, my place of peace, happiness, comfort, and chaos.
I would love to see myself from a different perspective, that I'm not that bad.
I want to see the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway, so I could take a break from listening to bootlegs.
I want to see the beautiful city of Paris, to be awestruck in wonder and to feel that sense of calmness and content relief of nobody knowing who I am.
I want to be in Italy so I can see my family, to cook with my grandma, to hug my baby cousin, and to climb onto the roof at night to talk.
I want to see the Obama family. With them lies a sense of hope for our future.
I want to see others like me living happy and fulfilling lives, reminding me that I too have a future, that things will get better.
I would go to Europe. My family, my freedom, my home away from home. I would love to be in Europe right now.
I would like to be with those that I've lost, but still love.
I would love to finally see that I am an adult and I can live my free life at last.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. Oh, 'tis but thy name that is my enemy.
Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. No, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose. By any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection that he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I fear thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou that dost bescream to night so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to thee. Had I had written, I would tear the word.
On the outside, I appear to be
mature enough,
unapproachable,
self-assured,
carefree, confident,
thoughtful and focused,
mature and fun,
reserved, small,
little,
common,
judgmental,
friendly,
energetic,
ditzy, unaware, someone people can use,
uninterested.
And that's why they call me their therapist.
timid,
confident,
a hurricane, intimidating,
Hermione Granger, Meg Murray, Jane Bennett,
a ball of energy,
shy,
little, friendly,
just a regular guy,
pretentious,
annoying,
crazy,
clueless, unaware, easy,
Evan.
but on the inside, I am really
just in disguise,
wanting affection,
doubting myself, criticizing everything,
nervous and insecure,
careful,
too wrapped up in fiction,
lost and confused,
determined,
thundering, complex,
a complex mind with questions and philosophy,
open-minded, kind, and understanding of how people are the way they are,
striving to make people smile,
insecure,
independent, educated, and powerful.
Not entirely sure how to express myself to others.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face outside blush for which I spoke tonight. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkest I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange.
lady, by yonder blessed moon I swear, that tips with silver all these fruity tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb, less than thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning. Sweet, good night. Repose and rest. Come to thy heart to zap within my breast.
Oh, will thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love, faithful thou, for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it. But to be frank, my bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. 3 words, dear Romeo. Good night indeed. If thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite.
talented. I'm so proud of all of you.
Oh my goodness. Everyone did so amazing.
Thank you. Did you know that scene was actually really fun to film, but it was actually really crazy because I was all the way in San Antonio, Texas when I filmed that scene.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that awesome? Oh, look at my little mic that I have. Isn't it cute? But isn't it so awesome that through Zoom, in those scenes alone, there was somebody in Madrid, there was somebody in Texas, and there was somebody in San Diego, all doing the same scene, coming together through theater. Oh, I love that so much.
I love it.
Thank you, Zoom. Thank you, Zoom.
Thank you, Zoom.
So in that scene, Romeo came to Juliet's window and he told her that he loved her, and they agreed to go ask to get married tomorrow. So we'll see how that turns out for them. I hope it goes great. I hope this ends up well for both of them. They're so cute.
Fingers crossed.
Hey, those of you watching live, why don't you let us know how would you react? What would you do if someone you love or a person you met 5 minutes ago came to your window?
The same person.
Their love to you.
What would you do? Let us know in the chat below. We want to know guys' answers.
Hey guys.
Okay.
And a funny moment during that scene. There were lots of funny moments for me during filming this whole show. The most funniest thing that happened to me was my green screen actually fell down mid-recording.
I
And
remember that. The classic green screen fall.
It was really awkward because we were like mid-recording and I was like, okay.
Oh, and everyone, speaking of Nick and filming, everyone keep an eye out for him in the next scene. He is going to be Romeo.
Yes!
By the way.
We're going to see Reagan. Reagan, give a little wave. And she is going to...
Yay, Reagan!
So, love you guys so, so much. And break legs. And
yes, look out for them. Break a leg, you guys.
Enjoy the rest of the show, everyone! So excited for you guys all to see it.
Good morrow, father.
Benedicite. Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
The sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin! What's thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline, my ghostly father. No, I have forgotten that name and that name as well.
That's my good son, but where hast thou been then?
I've been feasting with my enemy and plainly know that my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet, and hers is set on mine. So this I pray that thou consent to marry us today.
The holy Saint Francis, what a change is here, and Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear.
Thou chidest me off for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
I pray thee, chide not. Her I love now, for doth grace for grace and love allow.
But come, young waver, come, go with me. In one respect I'll thy assistant be, for this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence. I stand in sudden haste.
Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast. So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not. May he love moderately, long love doth so. Too swift arrives as poorly as too slow.
Sometimes you have to feel the waves before they crash, so you don't fall. I know it's easy to rush in, but is it worth losing it all? Although this could proceed to bring a newfound peace with a wedding ring, the family's forced to unite out of love instead of out of spite. Wisely and slowly proceed in a careful way. Let God above guide me. With this feud we would do away.
It's 3 long hours, and yet she has not come. Oh, God, she comes. Oh, honey nurse, what news?
I me.
Oh, Lord, why look'st thou sad?
I'm weary. Give me leave a while. Fie. Oh, my bones ache.
I would thou hadst my bones, and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee, speak. Good nurse, speak.
Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath? Thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath. Let me be satisfied. Is good or bad?
Well, you know not how to choose a man. Romeo, no, not he. Though his face is better than any man's, he is not the flower of courtesy. Go thy ways, wench. Serve God. What, have you dined at home?
No, but what says he of our marriage? What of that?
Lord, how my head aches. Oh, it beats so. Oh, what a head have I. Oh, my back. Oh, the other side. Yeah. Oh, my back.
In faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse, tell me what says my love.
Your love says, like an honest gentleman. Where's your mother?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Oh, God's lady dear, are you so hot? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
What says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to confession today?
I have.
Then go you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. I must fetch a cord ladder by the which your love must climb when it is dark. I am the drudge and toil in your delight, but you will bear the burden soon at night. Go. I'll to dinner, you go to the cell.
High fortune, honest nurse, farewell.
So this is happening. Wait, this is really happening. I must be dreaming. He says he loves me. Isn't that too good to be true? Guess I'm not dreaming. His eyes sparkle like all the stars in the sky. I wanna be close to him. I've been waiting my whole life to feel like this. You know that feeling, it goes like da 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 da. Oh, I can't wait for this to happen. Da 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 da. Oh, I can't wait to be a woman.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. By my head, here comes the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Gentlemen, good e'en. A word with one of you?
And but one word with one of us, and couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Could you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortst with Romeo.
Sounds consort.
Either withdraw into some private place or else depart. Here all eyes gaze upon us.
Men's eyes are made to look.
And let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure eye.
Here comes my man. Romeo, thou art a villain.
Timo, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the raids to such a grin. Villain am I none. Therefore, farewell. I see thou lost me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest. I never injured thee, but love thee better that thou canst devise. So till thou shalt know the reason of my love, good Capulet, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you mock?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives.
I am for you.
Evil! Mercutio! The precious sense we have forbidden binding in earnest speech! Hold, evil! Good Mercutio!
Ah! I am hurt! A plague on both your houses! I am sped.
What, art thou hurt?
Aye, a scratch. Marry, 'tis enough.
Then, the hurt cannot be much.
Why the devil come you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought of for the best.
Then Romeo, help me into some house, or I shall faint. They have made worms meat of me. Oh,
This gentleman, my friend Goth is mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained with people's slander. Evil, that never hath been my kinsman.
Oh, Romeo! Brave Mercutio is dead. Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph. And Mercutio slain. Now, Tybalt, take the villain back again. That lays out you gave with me for Mercutio's soul is but a little way up our heads. Save time to keep him company. Is it thou, or I, or both? Let's go with him.
Thou wretched boy!
Romeo! Away, be gone! The citizens are up and Tybalt slain. Stand not amazed, the prince will do me death if thou art taken. Hence, be gone, away!
Oh, unfortunate spoon.
Why dost thou stay?
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manners of this fatal brawl. There lies the man slain by young Romeo that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin! Oh, my brother's child! Oh, my dear kinsman! Prince, if that art true, for blood of ours shed, blood of Montague!
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, your slain whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair, and you could not talk truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt, deaf to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast. Romeo cries aloud, hold friends, friends part, and underneath his arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, and to it they go like lightning, for ere I could draw apart them was stout Tybalt slain. As he fell did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth, but let Benvolio die. Now, nurse, what news? What hast thou there, the cords that Romeo bid thee fetch?
Aye, the cords.
Ay me, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Ah, well a day. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We are undone, lady. We are undone.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo!
Had the Romeo slain himself?
I saw the wound here on his manly breast.
A piteous course, a bloody piteous course, all in gore, blood. I swooned at the sight.
Oh, break my heart, Romeo!
Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, the best friend I had, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
What? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. It did. Alas, the day, it did.
Oh, serpent heart, hid with a flowering face.
There's no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. Give me some aqua vitae. These griefs make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is ashamed to sit. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Romeo is banished. That one word of banished is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Where is my father and my mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Wash these wounds with tears, mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Poor ropes made for a highway to my bed, but I a maid die maiden widowed.
Hark ye, your Romeo will be here tonight. I'll find him to comfort you. He is hid at Lawrence cell.
Oh, find him. Give this ring to my true knight. Bid him come to take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth, thou fearful man. Affliction is enamored of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity.
Father? What news? What is the prince's doom? What sorrow craves acquaintance at my hand that I yet know not?
Too familiar is my dear son with such sour company. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment banished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Ah! Banishment? Be merciful. Say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence, banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death. Then banishment is death mistermed. Calling death banishment, thou cuttest my head off with a golden axe, and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
Oh, deadly sin! Oh, rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law and turned that bleak word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture, not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog, every little mouse, every unworthy thing live here in heaven and may look on her. But Romeo may not. He is banished. Flies may do this, but I from this must fly. They are freemen, but I am banished. Hadst thou no poison mixed? No sudden death, but banished to kill me? Banished?
Thou fond madman, hear me but speak a word.
Unless philosophy can create a Juliet, displant a town, reverse a prince's doom, it helps not, it prevails not. Talk no more.
Oh, then I see that madmen have no ears.
How should they, when wise men have no eyes?
Arise, one knocks. Good Romeo, hide thyself.
You know, I think I'd miss my whole family. My parents, they've always been there for me to rant, to scream at, to cry on, to love. I doubt I'd be able to survive without them.
I would miss the comfort of knowing people and having people always there for me. I would miss seeing my baby sister grow up and seeing my other siblings blossom into young people.
Probably my dog, and if not my dog, then I'm not really sure. I don't think I'll know until I do, because I feel like the thing I'd miss the most would be super unexpected. However, I know I'd miss talking to my friends, but I feel like I can usually always make new ones. This does not mean I think my friends are expendable.
I'm gonna miss my family. I'm gonna be kind of scared to leave them in the fall. They've always been there for me.
I would miss my mom the most.
I would miss my brother, my sister, and my friend.
I would miss Madrid, the vibe of the people laughing at bars, painting in the streets, and rapping at squares.
I would miss my reputation the most. People know me as a smart, optimistic, and social young man. It would hurt to leave that behind.
No matter how hard I try to explain, they still don't understand that my kindness does not equal weakness.
Just because I am a young woman, that does not mean you can talk down to me and not take me seriously.
I don't trust the decisions they make for me.
That I have cut off all of my relationships.
No matter how hard I try to explain, they'll never understand that I am lost.
No matter how hard I try to explain, they don't understand I'm not their work of art.
No matter how hard I try to explain, they still don't understand that I have a different perspective.
No matter how hard I try to explain, they don't understand that I will never get used to the silence.
Wow, what an amazing scene. I mean, I love that.
That was awesome.
Amazing. Awesome reflections too. Hey, how did that scene make you guys feel?
Well, I really had mixed emotions about that scene. I feel like, in a way, Romeo is being kind of overdramatic and overreacting because he just met this girl, but I also understand where he's coming from, because if he really loves Juliet, then he should do what he can to make it work out.
Yeah, I totally agree. So throughout the studio process, we had to do reflection questions in order to better understand the Shakespeare text, as well as get a better feel of the story. Do you guys feel like you learned anything from that?
Oh, for sure. I mean, for me, it was definitely like, hey, maybe Romeo and Juliet isn't just a tragic romance story, and there are more sides to it.
Yeah, it was really cool. I felt like I got to get to know the cast better
through that, so that was really cool. And I also got to understand the characters better, and so that was really helpful for me.
Hey, to everybody who's watching right now live, put your answer in the comments. If you were banished like Romeo, what would you miss the most?
Yep, we definitely want to hear that input. So during this scene, actually, well, the latest Romeo scene, I kind of forgot my lines a lot, and it took us like 50 takes to do it. Do you guys have any funny moments like that?
Yeah, so got a couple mostly during filming. I violently sneezed a couple times, and like, they weren't like small sneezes, they were like full body force, like violent sneezes. And there were also a couple other times where like I was starting to yawn mid-recording, and I saw everyone else start to yawn as well, and I'm just like, what have I done?
It was definitely interesting to see how the yawns were contagious even like through the screen, because I know that's a thing like in classrooms too. I know in a scene that we haven't seen yet, but you're going to see later on, I kind of have to lay down, but since it was all filmed, I was kind of like sort of at a vertical angle, and let me tell you, it was the most intense core workout I've gotten like all of quarantine, which surprised me. Like, I didn't know I was coming into that, but that was a very entertaining experience.
Yeah, definitely. You got to get your workouts in. So, oh, hey, what was Juliet doing during this time?
So I think one of the last things that we've seen of Juliet is she just got married. And so that's going to be really important to remember during this next scene, which I am also in.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see this next scene. Let's get back to the show.
Yeah, super excited.
Madam,
Nurse?
your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day's broke. Be worried. Look about.
Oh, daughter, are you up? Who is it that calls? Is it my lady mother? Is she not down so late or up so early? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither? Why, how now, Juliet? Madam, I am not well. Evermore weeping for your cousin's death. Well, some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit. Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for your cousin's death as the villain lives which slaughtered him. What villain, madam? That same villain, Romeo. That is because the traitor murderer lives. Oh, from the reach of these my hands would I venge my cousin's death. We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Indeed, I shall never be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. But now I tell thee of joyful tidings, girl. And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they? I beseech your ladyship. Well, thou hast a careful father, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out the sudden day of joy, that thou expect'st not, nor I looked not for. Madam, in happy time, what day is that? Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn. The gallant young and noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church shall happily make thee there a joyful bride. No, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I should wed, ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, I will not marry yet, madam. And when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed. Here comes your father, so tell him so yourself.
How now? Still in tears, evermore showering? How now, wife? Have you delivered her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool be married to her grave.
How? She will none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud that we brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Proud I can never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate, that is meant love.
But peddle your fine joints against Thursday next to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness, Karen! Out, you baggage, you tallow face!
Fie, what are you mad? Good father, I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, Get thee to church a Thursday, or never after look me in the face.
God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And how, my lady Wisdom? Hold your tongue. Good prudence, smatter with your gossips, go.
I speak no treason.
Peace, you mumbling fool. Utter your gravity or gossip's bowl, for here we need it not.
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, tide, work, play, alone, in company, still my care hath been to have her matched. And to have this wretched, whining fool say, I cannot love, I'll not wed. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it, think on it, I do not use to jest. Thursday is near, lay hand on heart, advise. If you be mine, I'll give thee to my friend. If you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee. Trust to it, bethink you. I'll not be forsworn.
Oh, sweet mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week. Or if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I can't speak a word. Do as thou wilt. I have done with thee.
Oh, God! Oh, nurse, how shall this be prevented? What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse.
I think it's best if you marry the Count. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo is set his clout to him. I think you'll be happy in this second match. Or if not, your first is dead. Dware, as good as were, as living here, and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, or else be sure them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father, to the friar, to make confession and to be absolved.
Marry I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation! Oh, most wicked fiend! I'll to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, I myself have the power to die.
Juliet, I already know thy grief. I hear thou must on Thursday next be married.
Tell me not, Friar, that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. Be not so long to speak. I long to die if what thou speak not of remedy.
If rather than to marry County Paris thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death and try to weigh this shame. And if thou darest, give me remedy.
I will do it without fear or doubt.
Hold then. Go home. Be merry. Give consent to marry Paris. Take thou this vial, and this distilled liquor drink thou off. The roses in thy cheeks shall fade like death. Thou shalt continue 42 hours. And then awake, as from a pleasant sleep. Meanwhile, Romeo, by my letters, know our drift, and he and I shall bear thee hence to Mantua.
Give me. Oh, tell not me of fear.
Hold. Get you gone. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a friar with speed to Mantua with letters to thy lord.
Love, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
Nauseous, jittery, exhilarating, buzzing, acceptance, doubt, grabbing at you.
Scared of failing or looking bad, lightheaded, tap my fingers on my palms.
Butterflies in my stomach, goosebumps crawling up my arm, breath becomes shallow.
Anxious or calm, one of the two extremes.
What will others think? Will I be judged? My palms get sweaty and start to tingle like they're made out of static. My stomach knots and keeps flipping over itself. Slightly nauseous kind of excitement.
Worry and doubt, excitement and readiness.
It's hard to keep quiet. Then comes excitement, happiness, pride, and bliss.
My heart is jumping around all over the place. My ears and shoulders tingle.
This kind of rush in my stomach. I usually start questioning myself, think 2 times.
I usually try to reason with myself that it's logical to do so.
It's an odd sense of calm that with the acceptance that whatever happens will happen.
I get nervous, seasick.
A wave of nervousness, jitters crashes down, like jumping into a cauldron.
Come, Vile. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? What if it be a poison, which the friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonored, because he married me before to Romeo? How if, when I'm laid into the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo come to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault? Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught and vibrant with all these hideous fears? Oh, look, methinks I see my cousin's ghost seeking out Romeo that did spit his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo, I come. This too I drink to thee.
News from Verona! How now, Balthazar? Dost thou not have any letters for me for the friar? How fares my Juliet?
Her body sleeps in the Capulet's tomb. I saw her laid low in the kindred vault and presently took post to tell you.
Is it e'en so? Then I defy you, stars! I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure.
Leave me! Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Get thee gone. And hire some horses. I'll be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. See for means. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabouts he dwells. I thought on him, if a man did need a poison now, that is the wretch that would sell it him. This is the house. What ho! Apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Behold, there is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such soon speeding gear that the life-weary taker may fall dead.
Such mortal drugs I have. But Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them. My poverty, but not my will consents.
put this in any liquid you will and drink it right off. It will dispatch you straight.
There's thy gold. Farewell. Farewell. Come cordial and not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Holy Franciscan Friar! Brother, ho!
This same should be the voice of Friar John. Welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Or if his mind be writ, give me his letter.
Going to find a barefoot brother out, one of our order to associate me, here in the city visiting the sick. And upon finding him, the searchers of the town, suspecting that we both were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth, so my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Who bare my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it. Here it is again, nor get a messenger to bring it thee, so fearful were they of infection.
Unhappy fortune! By my brotherhood, that letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear import, and the neglecting it may do much danger. Friar John, go hence. Get me an iron crow and bring it straight into my cell.
Brother, I'll go and bring it thee.
Now I must hear the monument alone. Within 3 hours will fair Juliet wake. She will beshrew me much that Romeo hath had no idea of these accidents. But I will ride again to Mantua, and keep her in my cell till Romeo come. Poor living corse, clothed in a dead man's tomb.
Hey, so did you guys know that the friar actually couldn't deliver the letter because of a pandemic? Sounds like relatable.
Tell me about it. Like, we've all had events, plans, pretty much everyday life put on hold because of this pandemic.
I actually am in Madrid and not in San Diego with you guys, so that kind of sucks.
I had so many things that got canceled, even my production of Rent.
I really feel that, Victoria. It just kind of put my overall momentum on hold.
My production of Godspell was also canceled.
I had been working on a monologue competition for a few months and I'd reached the national level. I was going to get a chance to perform on Broadway, and then this happened.
Okay, so basically, I finally turned 15 and a half, and I was finally able to download the manual for your driver's license permit thing. And then I made an appointment to the DMV, and then it got canceled.
With college going online, I opted to take a gap year instead, as opposed to going straight into college.
With social distancing, I've been struggling to connect with all my friends and family.
Okay, guys, even though a lot of our shows and graduations and driver's license got postponed or went virtual, I mean, I'm sure we can still learn something from this. Like, I have so much more of a sense of gratitude and empathy for people now.
I'm really glad that school got canceled. I was getting really overwhelmed.
Yeah, I was feeling like super burnt out towards the end of the year, and I was like having trouble focusing in class and in rehearsal. And it gave me the opportunity to like explore some new hobbies and rediscover some old passions.
I had to learn self-discipline and how to like govern myself, because I have all these distractions like my phone and TV and video games surrounding me at all times.
But what I've learned from this is that everything happens for a reason, and you just can't change that. Like we can't change the fact that like this pandemic happened, that like most people don't get healthcare, like especially during this time. So like I'm just happy that like I'm healthy, I'm safe, I'm alive.
I think it really puts things into perspective when you see people not have access to things that are so normalized and privileged to us.
I've definitely realized like how much harder it is to be empathetic towards people, but you need to, because they're your family and your friends.
Honestly, like, this studio kind of gave me what I was missing during quarantine. I mean, I've missed my friends and all of you guys. I consider all of you friends. And I was really missing theater, and this studio has just given me all that. So, and I also didn't expect to like connect with everyone on a level like virtually, and it was just amazing. So love you guys.
God, Right, Katrina, yes. Oh my goodness. This studio has done so much good for my brain, and you are all so amazing and supportive and wonderful people. And like Zoom is exhausting, we all know that. But you guys are all so great, and we just have such like a special connection because this is such an interesting experience.
I just have to say that like I didn't think I would be so connected with people online. And so I guess that counts as something that I've learned because you guys taught that to me. So thank you.
This has been awesome. Thank you. I think that we should get back to Romeo and Juliet and see how the story ends.
Yes. Oh my God, Lila, I loved you in that scene.
Oh my God, I love you.
I've just loved all the acting choices everyone's been making.
And I love that everyone loves basically everything.
I love this entire studio and the ensemble, and everybody's so great, and I love you guys.
So you've been telling us things that got canceled for you because of the pandemic. Maybe tell us some of the positive things that you found during the pandemic.
Because I know for all of us, this program has been like such a wonderful bright spot in the midst of our somewhat boring quarantine for a lot of us.
Definitely. One of the things that I love about it is the jam sessions that we do. We'll play a song and then everybody will like sing and dance along, and it's really cute and wonderful.
Yeah, and I also love how all of us just work so hard, like at our homes, like just building the green screen and building these amazing props. I mean, it's quite a hard work.
We also have had some incredible master classes, and like the most inspiring people have taken time out of their day to come and talk to us, and we are so grateful for that.
And we've been able to connect with each other so well over on the online platform.
Yeah, and we even have a group chat that we text on nonstop.
And we would just like to take this opportunity to thank all of our fantastic teachers and send them all the love for sharing their incredible artistic and creative talents with us, as well as constantly supporting us. And we would also like to thank our lovely interns because they are absolutely wonderful, and we have loved getting to know all of them too. And one more thank you to the incredibly generous donors who have made it possible for all of us to participate in this program on full scholarship. We love you so much.
Yeah, we've all had such great experiences. I mean, Romeo and Juliet, the play, how relevant is it today with the youth and the pandemic?
Yeah, and I find it funny, like right now, virtual love is actually a thing, and we're doing a play that is about love in a Zoom. So I don't know, I think it's kind of cool, and I think that I want to see the ending, because I don't know how it ends. So yeah.
Yeah. Let's watch the ending. All right, bye.
Bye.
Juliet, I still will stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I remain. Come, bitter conduct, come, unsavory guide. Now at once run on the dashing rocks thy seasick, weary bark. Here's to my love. O true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus with a kiss, I die.
What's here? A cup, closed in my true love's hands. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. Oh, churl, drank all and left no friendly drop to help me afterwards. I will kiss thy lips, haply some poison yet doth hang on them, to make dye with the restorative.
Lead, boy, which way?
Yea, noise, then I'll be quick. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rest and let me die.
tell the Capulets. Go tell
Run
the
to the
Capulets.
Run to the Capulets.
What misadventure is so early up that caused his person from our morning rest?
What should it be that is so shrieked abroad? The people in the streets cry, Romeo, some Juliet, and all run with open outcry toward our monument.
Romeo, dead. Juliet, dead before. Warman, you killed.
Vince, oh, look at how our daughter bleeds.
Come, for thou art early up to see thy son ere now early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile to breath. What for the woe conspires against mine age?
Look, and thou shalt see.
Oh, thou untaught, what manners is this to press before thy father to a grave?
Oh, Brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's dowry, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold, that while Verona by that name is known, that shall no figure at such rate be set, as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's by his ladies lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity.
Glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show its head. Go hence, to have no talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
Sometimes you have to fall apart to know what's real.
What's in your heart?
Sometimes you have to trust yourself
To know you're ready
for a new start.
Sometimes you don't know who you are
or how to act when days are
hard. Sometimes you have to let it go
To know you're ready
to grow. The time is now. I won't back down. The time is now to take back your ground.
Sometimes you have to ask yourself,
Am I the best version of myself?
Sometimes you have to realize
that love is real and not disguised. The time is now. I won't back down. The time is now to take back your crown.
It's more than a lightning speed romance. The characters are more complicated than I thought.
There's a good balance between jumping into things and waiting.
Sometimes people can do everything right away.
Emotions shouldn't rule your life.
Patience is important.
Older generations affect you.
We have strong voices.
You need to think about the choices that you are making.
Take a moment and breathe before making rash decisions.
Art is possible in even the most chaotic of times. The world is changing and art can change with it.
It taught me to be more open-minded and creative.
Every one of us worked really hard.
You can almost see and feel your scene partner through the camera.
It is possible if you're kind to yourself and take more time.
The time is now. I won't back down. The time is now to take back your crown.
The word that fills up the whole experience is
surprising,
inspiring,
comfort,
unique,
messy, different,
engaging,
interesting,
intense,
raw,
Connection.
existing,
Innovative.
New.
Enlightening.
Life-changing.